All right, what's going on, guys? Hey, Rob Spanks. Getting wound down from work. Had to work a double today, so I wasn't able to stream in my normal slot. So we're just gonna do. I'm just gonna hunt some of these nickels. I'm gonna put some of these West Points in this quarter book, and maybe we'll do something with some pennies. We'll see how it goes. But I figured I'd jump on here because I'm going hunting anyways. So if anybody wants to join in, come on. Hey, Siren, what's going on? I'm just going to open up some nickel rolls, see what I can find. So about 2/3 of a box here, maybe 3/4 of a box here to open up. I need to check and see what's in here. I got some mail call that I couldn't find last time that I want to do. Found Jan Lewis's package. I had it, but I wasn't sure where it was, but I found it. So got some cool stuff from Canada. Tristan having auctions now. Pass on. Okay. What's going on, Big Flip? Hey, Michael Hargis, how are you? Brian Wydell. Anyways, I got to open up this nickel box. Like I said, I had to work a double today, so I couldn't stream in my normal slot Thursday night at 7. So figured I'd open up some nickels, see if I can find anything. You never know. I'm back to my regular circulated boxes from Wells Fargo, so they used to do me pretty well. Hopefully they'll do pretty well. We'll see. We got a dark one. I don't think it's a silver, though. We'll take a look. Definitely not a silver. A burn up 1975. 47. It's not in great shape, but I'll hold on to it. Go back through them later and call out the ones that I don't want to keep. Definitely anything pre-50 I keep, unless it's just in terrible condition. Scott Teleford, what's going on? Yeah, I'm just doing my own hunt. 1940. I need to hunt these, and I would like to make a video, but I have been working quite a bit lately. We're opening a new restaurant aside from the food truck, and we just moved the food truck operations to that building that we're going to open the restaurant in. So I've been really busy with that, so I haven't been able to get many videos done or any recording to even think about starting to edit on. So I want to open up some nickels, see if I can find some silver, because these Wells Fargo boxes usually do me pretty well. Find silvers, buffaloes, and the occasional oddity, proof, etc. Hey, Cameron's Collectibles, what's going on? Yeah, no problem. Yeah, that was a nice box, brother, for sure. I'm still waiting to find a box that has silver and OW in it. I found it in a customer wrap pickup, but not in a box, so that was pretty good. And you found a couple different W's as well, so that was pretty good. Yeah, I don't only use Wells Fargo, but I always use Wells Fargo. Nickels for sure. I pretty much only use Wells Fargo. Unless I can't get anything but circulated coin, which I had that problem for about 4 months. Every box that I picked up was uncirculated. I couldn't get circulated nickels. So I just stopped using them for nickels and picked up my halves and my quarters, and I got nickels from my small town banks, which they were okay, but nothing to write home about. But I've had some really nice Wells Fargo nickel boxes in the past. Found multiple Buffaloes, multiple silvers. But you just never know when you're going to find that really good nickel, which is why you got to hunt them. My quarters haven't been very great lately. I found a couple West Points here and there. About every other box, I'm getting one. But I'm about to ramp up here. I've already got all my orders in. The first one drops on Tuesday. Actually, I think Thursday. Yeah, Thursday would be my first box delivered to the bank. I have orders in for today, so I won't be able to pick them up until tomorrow. So tomorrow I'm only picking up one box of halves, and the rest I'm picking up in quarters. And then I have 2 more boxes on Tuesday. And I have 2 more boxes on Thursday. And that same pattern continues for the next 3 weeks. So going after a bunch of quarters for the new release that drops on the 4th. Appreciate it, Cameron. Lucky Beach Slots. Hello. Haven't seen you in here before. Mike L., how are you? Haven't seen you in here before. Welcome to the stream. Tonight's just a chill chat. I'm going to hunt some nickels, just kind of hang out and chat, because I've been needing to hunt this box anyways. Hoping I can find something cool live with you guys. If I can keep a hold of the coins. So we're opening up a brick and mortar store at my job. We've been doing food trucks for the last 2 years. And now we're going to open up a restaurant. We're going to keep it similar to the food truck, but over the years at the restaurant, we've had a couple really great items on the menu, but they became so popular and they took so much time that it just wasn't, we weren't able to keep it on the menu because it just took so much time, and it would back up the line and we wouldn't be able to serve as many people to do it. So open up the restaurant will allow us to serve those type of items at the restaurant for the people that love them so much. And you understand when you go to a restaurant that you're going to sit down. It's going to be a few minutes before you get your food. You know, you're not going to get it immediately. Food truck, people want their food yesterday. That's just how that is, how that business is, you know. It revolves around speed and time. So really happy to be into the new venture, and it's going to require quite a bit of my time, because in order for it to be successful, I got to put a lot into it. It's not my restaurant. I don't own it. I just manage it. But, you know, I have the creative licensing, and I have the licensing to, you know, create the processes and set the way that, you know, mold the restaurant, mold the processes, mold the systems that make it successful. So now my brain's clicking on that, and I have to kind of keep it wrapped around that. So it's going to draw me back from this for a little bit, but not that much. But it will affect my number of videos I'm able to put out and the number of streams I'm able to do. But for sure, I enjoy doing this. This is my hobby. I like this. This is fun. This is how I have fun. So my job is fun, but not as fun as this. So I'm working on a balance. It's going to be a couple weeks before I figure what that balance is going to be. Until then, I want to keep continuing to try to do a weekly stream, but my schedule is going to depend on that. Hey, Mikey, what's going on? Decided to move to Florida after your high school graduation. That'd be cool. Hey, Dakota's Coins and Stones. How are you? Get these notifications out of my way. I wanted to go live last night, but I started watching Rob stream, and I was like, I got hooked on that. All that silver he was finding in those first 3 boxes, I was like, before I knew it, it was 10 o'clock, and I had to be at work for a double today. So is the geographic change? Does the geographic change have anything to do with the issues you were having with your pops? Because if so, that doesn't typically work. It does delay things. It can help for a while, but geographic changes are not typically the answer. So I have no idea. I do remember something that you said in my stream a little while back. Don't want to re-mention it, but we'll definitely save anything in full steps, for sure. When they're that new, 72, you kind of need them to be both, but save it for sure, because in a few years it won't be that new. But in a few years, the full steps will be enough to make it worth something. But save the full steps. If you get the full steps and it's in great condition and it's a newer coin, it can still be a really good coin. Still bring pretty good value. Yeah, this is a Rob Finds Treasure coin roll hunting mat. I won a nickel mat, and that's over there, but I've got so much stuff on top of them that I can't like swap them out. This is the silver stacking mat, and we did a trade on this one. So that worked out pretty good. He got something he needed. I got something I needed. That's the name of the game, especially in the coin community. These rolls are not doing very good right now. I had a few decent finds. I got a 39 Philadelphia out of this box so far, but hardly anything else. Hopefully the rest of the box doesn't continue like that. I typically find 1 war nickel in each box, and about every it used to be every other box, but it's been more like every 3 boxes lately that I'll find a buffalo nickel. But there's a lot of people hunting in this area. I like to keep like to keep the YouTube going. At the end of the day, I got to keep the job going. And you know, my daughter, another thing is she's kind of in the middle of a change right now. She's almost 5. She'll be 5 on Halloween. She's a Halloween baby. And there's a 1954S. I'll have to check that. She's almost 5 now, and she's recently went through a change where, you know, kind of like she's growing up type of thing, and she's kind of changed her mentality to where now she needs a little bit more, you know, interaction with me from me. So used to be I could hunt a box of coins while I had her at night, but that's no longer the case. She needs a little bit more attention than that now. And, you know, hunting a box of coins, I wouldn't hunt the whole box at a time, but I'd hunt a few rolls and then play and do something and, you know, talk to her. But now it's pretty difficult. So she's always got questions. She's wanting to learn about things. So that's always going to be the number one priority. And soon I hope that will change back to a thing where I can, you know, get her interested in this, which she already is interested in coins, but it's not enough to keep her mind busy. So I gotta kind of be patient with that and let her come around to it. But soon it'll shift back, and she'll be helping, and she'll be doing videos herself because she likes the YouTube. She likes doing she likes the coins, you know. But it's just not busy enough for her, you know. She likes a little bit more interaction than that. So, and she definitely likes to be on camera. That's for sure. No doubt about that. She is a little ham. So she really enjoys that part of it. Thank you, Cameron. Definitely have a lot of videos in my past. Don't have as many videos lately. It's been more streams, but because that's what the time has given me. But I've got a lot of nice hunts out there. I used to do a weekly $50 hunt, a weekly nickel hunt, and when the quarters came out, I was doing quarter hunts as well. Then I lost my editing software somehow, my editing app, through when Android updated, Samsung. I lost my Samsung editing app, so I wasn't able to edit video, so I pretty much just showed my finds. But then I was able to finally find an app that works good to edit my videos with. Then I started making videos again right before I found the accidental early release West Point quarter. So when that happened, everything changed real fast. And I was in a whirlwind there. So I'm slowly getting it back to where I started with the videos. That's really more my speed, is to do a couple videos a week, and I would like to do a live stream every week. Now, again, with my job, I don't know where that's going to be. I don't know if that's going to be a set day, or if it's just going to be pick a day, and then at the beginning of each week, I'll put a community post saying which day that's going to be. I tried to work around other people's streams and their days, such, but unfortunately, that changes so often that if I did that, there wouldn't be a day that I could hunt, that I could stream. So I'm gonna have to do things on some different days, and I'm not used to doing them. There's no S over D on this 54, but that's a nice 54. Ooh, must be a few things going on tonight. Got 4 people in here. Well, thanks to all 4 of you. Sorry it's a little slow, but People can always come back and rewatch it later. See if I find anything in the nickel box. I think we got silver. Boom! I swore I saw an S. Does that look like a PDL on camera? It looked like a P kind of, but it's an S. 1943 S. Silver in the box. I told you I almost always find a silver in my nickel boxes, at least one. And it's kind of toned pretty nice. It's not in great condition, but it's a silver war nickel. I get more luck in per box on silvers than in nickels than I do on half dollars, because I'm pretty much almost going to find a silver war nickel in every box. Pretty much. Not every box, but pretty much every box. I will take that. I need to replenish my war nickel stack because I've given quite a few of them away. And that's why I had to hunt this box. How many boxes have you hunted, Mikey? Texas has some history, so there's a lot of people that, you know, generations of families here, so it's not abnormal to find collection dumps in customer wrapped rolls, in your change from the bank, or in boxes here, because a lot of it gets re-rolled and stays right here. But I've found, since my pretty much my first box, that I'm getting at least a silver a box. We still got plenty of rolls left, so my multiple silver boxes are not that many, but there have been a few. But I've never found more than 3 in a box. That's been it on that. So it's like it's consistent. You're going to get 1 every box, but you're not going to get 10, you know? That's kind of how it goes. Try the drive-through, Dakota. Go to a bank that has a commercial window. Go to the drive-through and ask for a box of nickels. Try that. Typically, they can fit nickels, pennies, dimes, and quarters in their commercial drive-through. They just can't fit the $half-dollar boxes in there, and then you don't even have to look at them. But for some reason, boxes are the way to go. I don't know why. I've hunted some customer wrap nickel boxes, but I've never found silver. Or some customer wrap nickel pickups, but I've never found silver in them. I've never found much of anything in them, to be honest with you. Maybe a couple 50s nickels, but nothing much more than that. Don't see anything standing out here. Might be an oldie that's sitting there on the end, though. 64. Plenty of 64s out there to find. I'm going to finish this roll. Now we're going to plug some of these West Points into this quarter book. There's a 1958. I stick the 58s aside, then I look back at them later. I don't really keep them unless they're nice anymore. I used to keep them all, but I had like 20 rolls of 50s nickels. So, and they weren't really in any good condition. So it might be something in 50 years, but I'll go through swings where I'll keep them, and then I'll go back and call them out later. It's a good way to save money. Just throw a nickel here and there back. Just like having a piggy bank. I don't have a piggy bank anymore because I hunt all my coins. If my coins are anything older or odd or different, I stick it in a roll. And that's my new piggy bank. It's a box full of roll coins. Hey, Gregor Lee, what's going on? You came just in time. I'm about to plug some of these West Points into your book. I just found a war nickel, if it'll focus. $1943s. Kind of toned. Might have been buried. I don't know. Not great condition, but it's silver. 35%. We'll take that. Not a bad box so far. I've also got a 39p, and I've got some 40s and 50s. Couple 1940s actually in this box. So I needed to hunt this box, so I figured I'd just do a chat and hunt the box, and then add some of these things to the box or to the book. Sorry. It's been a long day. We had 2 events. Right now we're just working a food truck, and the food truck is an outside thing. Like, it's completely outside. And we had 2 events today that were rain or shine events. They were happening no matter what the weather was going to be. So that means that we were getting wet all day long and all night long. Not fun, but better than not making any money. So we'll take that for sure. Better than a 0 money day any day. All right. So as you can see down here, this one over here, you can't. Well, no, it's way over here. So I put the San Antonio on the Philadelphia side, and now I'm going to put the other 4 on this side here on the Denver side. So we're going to go backwards in order. Well, I might have to switch that up anyways, but we'll see. Anyway, so backwards in order. So we're going to go to the Guam design first. This was sent by Noco. Noco Silver. And Noco's got a sticker. He sent me 2 of them, so you're going to get one of Noco's stickers as well. I know you've seen it in the mail call, but anybody that hasn't, try to get this thing out of here without touching it. There we go. So we're going to put the Guam Design West Point in. And actually, I'm going to show it on the W side, and I'm going to leave it showing on the W side. So you'll just see 5 Washington heads, and they'll all have W's. But what you'll have is it'll have on the Philadelphia side, you'll see the first one will be the Idaho when I find one, and then you'll have the San Antonio, and then on the Denver side, you'll have the Guam, the American Memorial Park, and you'll have the Lowell in order like that. So and I'll try to find some way. I have a P-Touch labeler. I just got to get batteries for it. It has the paper in it. So I'll put a P-Touch label on it, and it'll say what it is, which design it is on each one as we go. Sound like my kitten was eating a coin. I love the edge of these West Points. Oh, it looks so pretty. Love that edge. I think I like that edge just as much as I like silver, to be honest with you. I haven't got a West Point in my change on the food truck, Mikey, but I have got West Point from a roll of quarters that my boss had for the food truck. I opened up a roll of quarters and it was the Guam design that I just showed there. And I searched that roll on the truck and there was no West Points in it. When I got back to the warehouse at the end of the day, I asked my boss if he had any more quarter rolls, and he said he had one more. And I opened that up and I found a West Point Guam design in that roll. Just one. So we got the Lowell. Ooh, yeah, you see that edge. Oh, that edge is so nice. It's like, it's ridiculous. I don't know what it is about that edge, but it looks totally different than any kind of clad edge that you'll ever see. And hopefully this will focus and get you the W. Come on, come on, come on, baby. Come on, come on. It's not focusing perfectly, but you can see the W there. So I'll be picking up some more quarter boxes tomorrow, Gregory, and I'll search through them and we'll try to get this book finished up. Obviously, I won't have the well, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of a little early still to have a early release box, but you never know, though. Really, you never do know. But I'm picking up quarter boxes tomorrow, and hopefully we'll be able to get the book finished out for you up into the last release of the year. So that should do it. Hey, Candy Hall, what's going on? Glad to see you here. Midwest Coin Hunter, how are you? I'm just hunting some nickels. Found some silver already, so. Mikey, the only thing I've really found on the food truck is silver quarters. I found war nickels on the food truck, and I found that roll that would have been on the food truck, except for I got it before it ended up in the change bin, in the change drawer of the food truck. Nothing really crazy, but still, I got one of my first West Points out of a roll that was destined for the food truck for change. So, all right, now I'm going to do a mail call update, so to speak. I already told you guys about that. Oh, and I'm sorry, on the American Memorial Park, that came from Savage, and then the Lowell came from Mary Love. By the way, I know I said that and showed that in my last live, my last mail call. So Dan Lewitt sent me a Canadian package, and I've still got to send him back my package, which I plan to do tomorrow because I have a little bit of time off of work because it's going to be raining in the morning. So I have about an extra 5 hours tomorrow, so I'm going to send out a bunch of packages in the morning, and then pick up my coin boxes, and then go back to work. So, hey, Rita Doyle, how's it going? Noko, what's going on? Yeah, I got your mail. I was just showing it, Noko. I got your West Point. I just put it in the book. You'll have to rewind. I got your two stickers, and I'm sending one of them along to Gregory Lee with his book. Good night, Mikey 007. Have a good one. All right, so Jan Lewis says, hello, Mickey. Here are the quarters that I promised you. Also added some nickels. Hope you like them. Well, Jan, I do like them. I like them a lot. I've got quite a variety of Canadian quarters and a few Canadian nickels as well. Some oldies, some goodies, and some newer ones that are goodies. Like, I wish they did this with our nickels on the regular, and I think there's a Canadian dime in here too. There is one dime. So the dime is one type of the maple leaf. I'm not familiar with the name of it, but it's an older type. Maybe it's I don't know, but it's a thin maple leaf. Let's see if I can get this to focus. I don't know if I can, but I'm gonna try. That's not gonna work that way. Let me try the box I've been using. Let's see if that will work. It'll work, but it's too bright. Let me shut off the bright light. See if that will help. Nope, that made it worse. All right. There we go, kind of. Anyways, you guys can look it up. It's half. It's a bicentennial, 1867 to 2017. Canadian dime. The quarters, I got one of the breast cancer awareness quarters. That was pretty cool. Nice of Jan to send that to me. Don't have one of those. I don't find those in my rolls. Also got some a Remember Souvenir 2004. It's got some type of flower in the middle of it, and I apologize that I don't know the name of this, but I'm not that versed on Canadian because I haven't seen a whole lot of them being in Texas. They're pretty cool. Let's scroll up on chat. Be a Canadian boy. Michael M., what's going on? Welcome. That's Canadian breast cancer awareness coin. Then I got a bicentennial Canadian, 1873, or is it a bicentennial? It's a centennial, 1873 to 1973. A centennial Canadian. Come on. There we go. Looks like it could have been a proof. If it doesn't fall off my little box. And we got the Stanley Cup, 1892 to 2017. That's a very nice one there. There we go. Well, I had it, and it lost it. And I really like these. There's another one of the Armistice. That's what it is. It's the Armistice, 1918 Armistice. Remember souvenir. I got two of those. This was a 2008. What was the other one? A 2008 and a 2004. And this one is a fish, a whale. (2013). I like the fish and the whale. Those are pretty cool. I wish they would do that on some of our nickels. All right, then on the nickels, I'll start off with some of the newer ones. Well, I say newer ones because I got some oldies here. We got a bicentennial nickel. It's got the V. Very cool. Then we got another cool animal. This is a beaver, and it's a bicentennial as well. And this is a 2017. This is one of the newer ones. So that's really cool. Don't typically find them that new. Come on. There we go. Pretty cool beaver. I've already done the dime. Now let's start with the oldies. We have a George IVS Rex. And this is a rounded one, but it's an older one. Come on. I guess it's similar to the Indian head because it's a 29 or a 24. That's a 1924. 1924 Canadian nickel. Super cool. That would make it my oldest Canadian nickel by far. I think the oldest one I had before that is the 52 bicentennial one or something like that. 50 something bicentennial. And then there's another one with the same Rex. 1929. Some nice old nickel there. And then I really like these. I really like these hexagonal ones. This is 1960. This one's the Beaver. 1960 Canadian Beaver nickel. And we got a 1950 Beaver. Love my nickels. Love my hexagonal coins. Or polygonical, whatever they are. They're not rounded. I like that. That they're different. They're not straight round coins. Come on. Get in there. Focus. Focus. Okay, not happening. All right. Sorry about that. Anyways, thank you, Jan Lewitt. I'm going to get yours back out to you tomorrow for sure. I will get a package together for you, get that sent. I'm going to add that to my foreign stack for sure. I'll probably flip up a few of those. Ran out of large 7 books bags. I'm going to roll back on chat, see if I missed anything. Hi, Carrie. Bye, Carrie. Sorry if I missed you. All right, let's see if we can find anything else in this box. We still got, 5, 10, 15, 20. We still got a half a box, so. We got one edge there. Ha, no way. Boom! Double silver box. That's what I'm talking about right there. We'll take that right to the bank. Another 43S. We're on a box. That's what I'm talking about. 2 silver war nickels in the box so far. 2 1943s. We'll take it. For sure. I saw that from the edge, and I was like, that looks like a silver edge, but I didn't want to jinx it. So I figured I'd just pull it and see. That's a lawnmower coin if you're not familiar with that. That's one of those ones that got chewed up and went into the mulch bag of the lawnmower. I've been wanting to say boom for a while. That was a good reason to do it. 2 silver nickels in 1 box. I don't see that all the time, but it's sure nice when I do. And, when I'm not finding silver in half dollars, it's always good to have something to switch it up to. Of course, 2 silver nickels aren't worth same as 2 silver half dollars, but when you look at I've only paid a nickel for it and it's worth $1, I'll take that every day. Every day. Versus a 50-cent piece that's worth $2.50. Or $5. Of course, if it's 90%, that's one thing. Which I did find a 90%er in my half dollar box. If y'all didn't see. Just one in the whole dang box, and it was a Benji. And I still think it's a proof Benji, by the way. Don't know that for sure, but let's see what else this box has. Let me pull my keepers back down so we can add to the stack. Of course, the silver is going to stay in their little silver circle up there. Because those... Really, Cat? Malibu's enjoying himself. 1941. I'll take that. Funny how nickels will focus all day, but a nice shiny Canadian nickel won't focus. 1941. That 68's got some steps. I'm going to take a look at that. Can't put the lawnmower coin in my coin machine. Oh, ain't gonna be worth nothing now. I just dropped it. Oh no, it don't have steps. It's got scratches. It's got one step. One step 68. We don't want that. Oh. Yes, ma'am, Candy. We'll take it. Silver is good. Old silver's better, but we'll take silver. That's the reality of coin roll hunting. You're not gonna find a bunch of silver in every box. It's just not gonna happen. You gotta hunt quantity to find anything. For sure. Pretty sure I searched all these. I did. Let's open up another roll. See if we can get some more. Hey, Grandpa Joe, what's going on? I got your email. Saw that you received your slab. Glad it found you well. That's a 68S, that one that I pulled. So I do have it sitting aside here because I do save S mints from the 60s. So I will take a better look at it, look at the mintage, etc., before I decide whether or not to throw it back. More than likely, it'll sit in a roll that says 60s S, and I'll turn it back in when I need some money sometime. I didn't do a video about the grades of the coins that came back. I was hoping that some of them would have been MS67. Unfortunately, none of them were. And I wanted them to get them back to you guys as soon as possible because you guys already had to wait extra time for me to send them out to get graded and then for them to come back. So I went ahead and the very same day I got them, turned around and packaged them up and sent them out to you. So, but Grandpa Joe ended up with a MS66 San Antonio West Point quarter. Early find. PCGS early find. San Antonio West Point quarter. Pretty good grade with a nice label. I have one myself, and it will stay in my collection. I have one from the early find, one from the first week of discovery, and one from the early find. And those will stay in my collection because those are the highest grades I own of those. Yeah, it was a nice one. I mean, you can look at it yourself, and I really, even when I got it back, I looked at it again, and I really can't see how it didn't get at least MS66 plus, but because I have a MS66 first week of discovery that is not as nice as that. So I guess they really start nitpicking at MS67. This is a acid treated or boiled or something. 1987. Same difference as a lawnmower coin. But yeah, Grandpa Joe wasn't sure if he wanted to get it graded, and I was like, "Are you sure?" Because it's looking pretty good to me. I mean, I really, really felt good about it. I was feeling it was going to be MS67. I was really hoping for that. I really, really, really was because I knew it was in better condition than my MS66, the one that I already owned. Because it wasn't very hard to take a look at my coin and then take a look at the one I found for him and see that it was in better condition. So after doing that, I kind of explained the breakdown and the pricing and the fact that they don't charge you until they actually receive the coin, et cetera, so we're able to work it out and get it to him, get it graded for him, and get it back to him pretty quickly. So I'm glad he's able to add something like that to his stack. glad I was able to help him do that for sure. And I was completely transparent. I sent, invoice pictures of the, of the invoice as far as what it cost to send it out when I was sending them out. So everybody was well aware of exactly, oh, that almost looked like a silver underneath there. I pulled that for a second. I was like, oh, no, it's not. It's 1947, but it's 1947D. So we'll take that. It's another fine. Nickel boxes, for some reason, I don't know why, but nickel boxes always heat up in the middle. $50 boxes rarely heat up in the middle, but nickel boxes almost always heat up in the middle. Weird. This doesn't look like one of the heated up rolls, though. You never know. Can't see buffaloes by the edge usually, so. Would be nice to find a silver and buffalo box. Haven't had one of those for a while. Sure would like to find one. If you notice, I'm taking some of them and I'm turning them to flip them. It's the 2018 Denvers. They have a rotated die error, a known rotated die error that sells for pretty decent. So I always flip them to see if the die is rotated. Haven't found one yet, and I've had full boxes of 2018s, and I've searched through. I have not searched through a full box of uncirculated, but I have searched through as many as 25 rolls of a box before I got tired of flipping every single coin in a roll, because that can be daunting. But I have tried, but I have not been able to find one. 64D, only decent if they have full steps or they're in BU condition, which that one obviously was not. $19.80. Tomorrow I'm going to dump. I haven't been able to even dump coins this week because I've been so busy at work. So they're going to hate me tomorrow. I'm going to be trucking in a whole cart full of coins in the rain because it's been raining cats and dogs here all day. Hey, Majestic, how are you? Got some stickers I need to send to you tomorrow. Yeah, I found two 1943S silver war nickels, as a matter of fact. In this box. And it was only had about 3/4 of a box to start with. Probably just shy of 3/4 of a box. So a double silver nickel box. Pretty decent. I'll take it. Don't see a silvery edge, but I do see a kind of a toned edge that I want to pull. It's a 1964. No steps. Ugh, the flu, that sucks, Candy. I hadn't been sick in a year. Knock on wood. And then I kind of got sick the other day, but the good news is it really only lasted one day. I was really surprised, but I had a cough starting and everything, so I was very surprised it only lasted one day. Been using some herbal supplements and not the smokable kind, if that's what you're thinking, for my back pain. And since I started doing that, I have not got sick. and it's been a year, and this is the first time that I've got any type of sick. And even though I did get somewhat sick for about a day, that's all it lasted was a day. So it's really interesting how that's worked out. That I got off of prescription medications and went to something different, and it's much healthier. It actually helps your immune system, so it's worked out pretty good for me. It's not CBD. It's not any of that. This has got a 1970S and no 1970D ender. It doesn't look in bad shape, though. I'll take a look. I hear you can't afford to be sick. There is no such thing as a sick day for my job. Thank you, Majestic. I appreciate that. I do. I can't deal with clutter in my mind, if that makes sense. Like when I have things that I know I have to do, like ship packages and stuff like that, it doesn't allow me to be able to enjoy this so much. You know, I can't be sitting here hunting coins and enjoying myself and watching people on YouTube and doing that, knowing that I have things that I have to do, like ship other people's stuff out. So it will be done as soon as possible. And again, tomorrow I had already set aside, I shipped out every package I had to ship out except for one I didn't have an address for. I now have that address. So that package will go out, and I will send out a bunch of other packages that I've been delaying because they were free giveaways, et cetera, stuff like that. So a lot of that stuff's, almost all of that stuff's going to go out tomorrow because I got to get it off my mind, out of my things to do list, so that I can kind of reset and move forward again. Fortunately for me, you know, my work schedule prevented me from doing a stream like an auction or a coin roll hunt stream tonight. So that prepared me to have the time tomorrow to do that. I knew I would have the time tomorrow. I just the bad thing is that my shipping days are the days I have my daughter. So again, you know, I gotta figure out the balance of it, and I think I'm getting there. It's getting easier every time I do it. Every time I do a stream and I line up the packages, every time I do it, it's getting a lot easier because I already have addresses. I don't have to go and look them up. I don't have to add them to a list and then go. You know, I'm starting to get all that in order, and it's going a lot more smoothly every time I do it. So soon enough, I'll get it all together. Will be seamless and it'll be easy, and everything will go out pretty much as soon as I get it in. Can't wait for that day to happen, though. That sucks, Candy. I don't do the flu shot. I've never got one in my life. I get the flu about every other year. Well, I say that, but I used to get not the flu, but I would get bronchitis every year. But that was when I was smoking. And now I've quit smoking. I've been doing some vaping instead, and that's helped out tremendously with my health. Cannot stress enough how much that's helped out my health. So hopefully I'm over all that bronchitis junk and everything else. All right, there's something in this roll, and it looks like it might be one of those hexagonal, polygonical coins. I don't know. Let's see. It's definitely not round. Could be a lawnmower. It's probably a lawnmower coin. Nope. It is not a lawnmower. it's a different edge. Foreign. We got a 50-cent piece. Mexicanos from 2008. So we got a foreign. We got 2 silvers. We're lighting the board up. We'll take it. This is the strangely toned, not silver. 88. Nothing there. All right, Majestic, thanks for coming in. I know I started late. I'm not trying to do anything here. I'm just searching this box of nickels, hanging out in chat. Wanted to put the West Points in live for the people that donated them so that they could go back and they can see it. I didn't want to just do a video or try to start recording a video because then by the time I get done editing it, it's 4 days later, and I'd rather just do it now, here and now. Just do it now. Do it live. Everybody gets to see it. So much easier that way. That being said, I do need to get some videos out. So when I get my rolls, my rolls tomorrow, I'm not streaming tomorrow. I could stream tomorrow during the day, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to make a video tomorrow, and I'll release that video probably Sunday. Probably won't get it edited till Sunday night. So I'll probably release the video Sunday night, and then I'll probably do another Sunday night chat like I usually do. If you guys didn't know, the auction, the latest auction, not my auction, but the latest Great Collections auction did not go well. I was so busy with life, with this cat and everything, this kitten that was stuck in my car. My new kitten now, my daughter's new kitten now, my daughter's new pet, that I wasn't able to get my own bid on my own coin to save it from going for way less than what I would have sold it for, to be honest with you. So I got robbed on that, but at the end of the day, money's money. So I paid $25 for it. So I got $500. I'll take it. I can't get real mad at it. That's a nice 81. I got to look at that one. But if I would have had the account set up to bid on my own coin, I would have done it because I would have kept it. The first Discovery coin, I would have kept it. I still have the accidental early release, one of the 2, for myself. So it's, it's newer than it's the first Discovery. But I would have kept the first Discovery for $500. I would have never sent it to him if I'd known that was what it was going to bring. I'd have kept it. Wouldn't have spent the shipping cost or anything to send it to him, or a listing fee or anything. I'd have just kept it, and that would have been. I wouldn't have lost any money. You know what I mean? I just wouldn't have made any money. But things happen. I thought for sure it would do better than the accidental early release because it was MS66 grade. There was only 2 of them that were MS66 grade. Are you kidding me? What's really going to get me mad is if it sells at auction later for a lot more money, which I feel like it's going to. I feel like it's going to go up to auction at a better time in the market, and it'll probably go for the original thought price of like $4,000. 1959, Philadelphia. We'll take that. Split those into 2 smaller piles. Yeah, for $500, I'd have kept it. I really would have, especially when I got to put in shipping costs and everything. Really, we're only talking about a profit of $450. I didn't need that $450 that bad. I'd have rather kept it. Yeah, it's going to go up, and I knew it would go up. I just didn't know it was going to go for that low. But I still have the accidental early release, so at the end of the day, yeah, it's only MS64, but there's only 2 of them labeled that way in the freaking world. So I still have one. I have one of only 2 ever. ever. So that's still my trophy. I still can't, I still can't be upset. I still got that. I still got a first week of Discovery MS66 that I'm not selling. I got an early find MS66. I've got my collection, of my San Antonio West points, so I'll keep that. I got one of. Well, if I'd have kept that MS66 first Discovery, I would have had one of each label in MS66. That's what makes me mad the most. Is that I would have had one of each label at MS66. For $1,000, I would have sold it, but for 500, no way. Let me look at this 81 under the loop, see if there's anything there. Oh God, there's no steps on that. Bright shiny coin, no steps. Back to the bank it goes. All right, let's see if we can find some more silver. We got a few more rolls left here. We got 5, 10, 15, 16 rolls left after this one. Bad tear job. Got a copper nickel showing. See what that is here in a sec. Rita, it was the San Antonio Mission's first discovery. It was one of 6 found. Of course, I found many more than that way earlier than that, so it shouldn't have been one of 6, but it was one of 6 found, and there were only 2 of those 6 graded MS66. The rest were MS65, MS64. In fact, an MS64 sold for $1,200 the same week that my accidental early release sold. So that was kind of a slap in the face that when I put my MS66 up there, it only went for $550 something dollars. The final hammer price was $618, but I didn't see that. Obviously, I only saw about 500 of it, and I haven't got it yet either. I'll probably get that check this week. But if I'd have had any idea that it was only going to sell for that, I certainly wouldn't have sold it. Not when a MS64 went for 3 times that almost. But that's the deal with auctions, you never know. I've done auctions on my channel myself. I've done an auction on my channel myself, so I've had some coins that I didn't think would go for much go for way more, and I've had some coins that I thought would go for way more go for way less. So you just never know. But I feel like I probably could have got just as much, if not more, on eBay. But again, it's not the end of the story. The saga continues. There's another release happening soon. Bet your bottom dollar I'm going to be all over that. I've got boxes ordered for the next 3-4 weeks straight from multiple different banks. Maybe lightning will strike twice. Who knows? Who knows? I kind of hope it doesn't, because I hope that accidental early release is the only time that happened for the whole series, because that would kind of make that one coin that I have left like even more special. I feel like they moved up the release date because of that, knowing that it could be found earlier. So that's why I'm getting my quarters for the next month from each of those banks, because I feel like they kind of put that in there as a, well, it could show up this early. So they wanted to kind of hedge their bets that didn't happen again. Yeah, I mean, there's a couple of people that are regulars on my channel that if I'd went on my own auction, I'd have said, here's a MS66 first discovery coin for $500 starting price. It would have went for $700 on my own channel. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. Not everybody that bids in my auctions is got that kind of money, but I mean, for that caliber of pedigree, I mean, I know one person for sure would have loved to have it for that price. Would have loved to have it for that price. I wish I had had the time to do the marketing in YouTube myself, like I did on the accidental early release. Because even Silver Nitrate bid $500 on the accidental early release himself. Rob Fine-Stretcher said he would have spent $2,000 on it. It went for just under that. So it was super disappointing, but again, it's not the end of the world. I'm just an average Joe. I found some coins real early. I got real lucky, but you know, it didn't end up paying out the way it was supposed to. But that shouldn't really be a surprise to the average Joe. If it was somebody else, a coin dealer or somebody else, probably would have went for more. Who knows? But again, no more need to speculate on that. It happened the way it happened. Life happened at the same time. And I'm not mad that I had life problems to deal with as well, because, you know, that's the most important thing. This is a secondary thing. This is a hobby. And if you start putting this first, then it doesn't, you can't enjoy it as a hobby anymore. So I've found that out already. Didn't take me long to find out that if I put this ahead of things, that this is no longer a hobby. It becomes a job. And I already have a job. I don't need another job. This is a hobby. I enjoy it. I like to have fun. And the minute it becomes a job, it won't be fun anymore. I know that for sure. I've said that before, but I know that for sure. This is how I relax, come home, hunt some coins, find some stuff, talk about it, share it. Now I have a little bit of a bigger platform to share it with. That's all. And I'm cool with that. Works for me. It was kind of lonely hunting coins by myself. Now I got some other people to do it. Yeah. Yeah, New Marshall would have been, he's one of them that would have done it. For sure. And I saw the signs, you know, I saw that, like, for some reason they started it at $1, which I don't know why. That's part of the auction part. That's their fault. They started at $1, and it stayed at dollar bids for the whole half of the week before it went to $5 bids toward the end. It's like, what are you thinking? Are you trying to bury me here? And I had trust in them because of the accidental early release coin, even though it didn't go for as much as I thought it would have. I kind of got the gist right away as soon as I found them, because as soon as I found those West Points, I put them on eBay and they didn't even sell. Like I had 3 days that people could have bought some of those coins that I ended up having graded for first week of discovery. I had to drop them off of eBay after 3 days so I could send them in to get graded. Now, if this was the release prior to that, they would have been bought up immediately. I would never even been able to get them back. They'd have been gone. And I'd have looked stupid on that side, you know, like. And then this one comes out, and I've got them up on eBay a week before the release date, and nobody wants them. I'm like, what is going on here? And, you know, Blue Ridge just did a video about his Monday market auction report. And he says, you know, the market's saturated, et cetera, et cetera. And you know, he's right. But he was a little bit late on that news. That news I realized as soon as I put those first San Antonios on eBay. I realized that news. But then there were people like him and others that were saying that, oh, you know, it was just before the release date. Nobody really realized they were out yet. But something inside me said that, no, there's been a correction in the market. There's been a drop off in the market because it's the fourth release. I should have went with my gut on that, but I'm new to all this, so best believe that if it happens again, I'll know exactly what to do. Knowledge can be expensive sometimes, but it's typically worth the price. So I now have my knowledge. I now know, you know, how to read the market, which I didn't have that knowledge before. It came at a price, but that's okay. Now I have a better understanding of how the auction market works. And, you know, typically when these lessons come in, it's setting you up for something that happens in the future. Not necessarily some kind of luck that happens in the future, but maybe it'll be a coin that I see for a certain price. And I buy that coin for that price, knowing that I can turn around and make double, triple, or quadruple the money for it. Or vice versa. Maybe there's a coin that I think is worth a lot of money, and I'm willing to pay the money for it, thinking that I could resell it later for a better price. But now I have the knowledge that that may not entirely be the case. You know, typically when you have to pay the price to learn a lesson, it's setting you up for knowledge for the future for a reason. So I'm going to take it at that. I did learn a lesson on it. Cost me a little bit of money, but it won't happen again. You know, I won't let that happen to me again. So probably the next time that happens, it'll be something a little bit more important. And I'll know exactly what to do about it. I'd much rather make a couple $100 mistake or $1,000 mistake instead of a $10,000 to $15,000 mistake, if that makes sense to anybody. Got a real nice 2003 here. I think this is a full step. Yeah. Oh, it's a clean one too. There's no bag marks or nothing. So this is a newer nickel. There's nothing, you're not going to send this to auction tomorrow. Not going to do anything with this. But when you find one, a 2003 or any, 98 or newers that have full steps that are in great condition like this one, you're not going to do anything with this but sit on this. You're just going to sit on it. 10 years from now, it may be worth some money. So, you got to learn to recognize things like these. Like, this thing is cartwheeling. It's basically a BU coin. I'm going to call it a BU coin. It's a brilliant uncirculated coin. 2003. It's got a full strike, which not every 2003 has a full strike. More than the 60s do. There's more 2000s that have full strikes than the 60s nickels have full strikes. I wish it would focus, but it's not going to do that right now just because I'm talking about it. But it has no bag marks on the steps. It missed the damage. So I'm going to flip this up. I'm going to stick it in a hole. And a few years from now, I'll pull it back out. and I'll see where the market's at on it, and I'll decide what I want to do with it. To me, that's a great find. And it only has an investment cost of 5 cents. 5 cents. So what's the worst that can happen? I get my 5 cents back? Okay, deal. I'll take that. Let me get a flip. I'll be right back. I don't pull 2018s, 2017s, 2019s with full steps because, quite frankly, you're going to find a bunch of them. But 2003, that's over 10, 15 years older than the ones I just talked about. So the survivability rate goes down. Which makes it a little more, I won't say rare, a little more uncommon to find. Now, of course, if you have some, you can go buy some uncirculated rolls of 2003s, but that's probably going to cost you double face to start with. So it's just a lottery ticket, something to hold on to, stick back, hope for the best later on, and see what happens. I'll look at it a little bit deeper later. It's got a few bag marks on the face, so it's not going to be an MS68. In fact, it's probably going to be an MS66, MS65. But with full steps on the nickels, and there's no bag marks on the steps, that makes it a little bit better than average. Makes it worth holding on to. And who knows? I'll search it later to see if there's anything else on it. Could have any number of issues with it that are outside of the ordinary. So anytime I see anything like that, I stick it back. Really, I look at anything 2000, any of the, when they start, 2004. So 2003 really and later. So that's the newest one I would stick back with full steps. I wouldn't stick anything newer than that back, but it might not be a bad idea to do that either. Can't say. What's going on, 5280 Adventures? How are you? Glad you're enjoying me looking through some nickels. Haven't seen you here before. Welcome. Found a couple silvers in the box so far. Two 1943S silver war nickels. Some 40s, some 50s. I found a 39 the other night out of the same box. Some 1986. This one's got some serious rim damage. Doubt that's going to be anything good. Nope. 2007. But I'm hoping to find another silver. That would be my record box. A third silver in a box would tie my record war nickel box. But if I find a buffalo, I think that would be a record for the amount of silvers. And I found a silver and a buffalo in a box, but I have not found a buffalo box with multiple silvers. So always looking to do better than what I've done before. See what I can't get. But I like nickels mainly because of the price of investment. It's only 5 cents. The value, if you find silver, it's $1. So it's more profitable than half dollars, quarters, etc., dimes even. It doesn't cost you much to stick one back if it's in good shape. So that's how I started coin roll hunting, was with nickels, and I found some really good stuff. I still have at least one coin that I'm definitely going to get graded from my first nickel hunt. And that's a 52 deep cameo proof Jefferson nickel. That was in my very first box. That coin will probably get graded. Whenever I upgrade my membership, when it comes to renew, I'll upgrade it and I'll get the one with the free submissions. That way I can throw that one out there, see what happens. It's not a proof 70. I know that. It's proof 68, maybe 68 plus. The more coins I get graded, the better knowledge I get on what they're looking at. And then sometimes I have things where I get a coin grade and I'm like, did they even have their eyes open? You know, that happens too, but not as much as being able to track how the grades go and be able to track the damage or the bag marks, etc., on the coin and see exactly. It's a little easier to see where they took the points off than it is to just say, oh, well, he was just having a bad day and he's seen too many nickels, you know, or too many quarters, etc. But I have had some coins come back that I've said, what did you even have? It's like the rest. Were you watching, referee? Come on. What's that flag for? Not to throw shade at a grader, but at the same time, we have two coins and you know one's nicer than the other. It does make you question how it came in a better grade on that one than the other one. Or the same grade, and they're not even close. But they probably have points of interest that they look at. And I've kind of went through this a little bit before. They have points of interest that they look at, and if they see anything on those points of interest, it automatically makes it that grade. And then it goes down from there. So who knows? All right, I got a bunch of notifications blocking the chat. Let me get that. Let me move that. Okay. All right, Rita, good night. Did you get your package, Rita? By the way, you should have got it today. If not, it'll be tomorrow. Nice, Tommy. PR70 would be good. Especially on a 57. 57 is a better date to get a proof on. Not better than a 52, but and full steps would definitely be sweet. I'm considering also getting a NGC membership and sending some stuff to NGC just to kind of see what the difference is. Because I've heard that they're a little bit more strict. Now that would make sense. On some of the other ones is like where, you know, I seen that this one came back at this grade, but I thought that the other one that came back at the same grade was better. I'm curious to see if I had them regraded, if the one that I thought was better would stay the same grade and the one that I didn't think was better would come back as a lesser grade. But, you know, that's another money lesson that I'm not ready to spend yet. So that'll happen sooner or later. It's just not yet. But at the end of the day, those are lessons that we all need to learn, because you need to know where the best place to send your coin is. So that's a 55. That's a 55 Denver. But it has no steps. But it's a nice find. We'll take that. 50 Denver would be real nice, but a 55 isn't bad if it's in good shape. It's still a pretty good nickel to find. In high grades especially. I would not consider that one a high grade whatsoever. So you got to be careful sometimes too. When you're looking at nickels, sometimes you're going to find some coins that are in high grade and they're not going to have any steps at all. Just because they don't have any steps doesn't mean they're not a high grade nickel. They're not going to get the full step designation. It's kind of like a subset, like it's a good grade, and then you have a subset B of a good grade and full steps. So a good grade is still worth good money, but a good grade and full steps is worth more money. It's like a multiplication thing. So you definitely want to keep anything that, like this, you know, kind of like this 68 that I pulled out. You know, this is not a high grade, but it's a better graded 68. It has no steps, but if this were in higher grade, you would still want to keep it for sure, even if it didn't have any steps, because a lot of the nickels were just minted with no steps. I mean, this thing still has some shiny fields, you know, et cetera, et cetera. But this isn't a high grade, maybe a 64, but higher than your average circulated nickel for sure. But it's not going to get buku bucks because it doesn't have both. But still, if I were able to get $20 out of that 68 nickel, I'd say that's a win all day. I'm sure any of y'all would agree. We got one dark one here. I don't think it's a silver, though you don't know. No. 1989 looks like an 1800s because it's so buried and tarnished and beat up. So nothing on that one. Let's see if we can find something else in this box to round us out. Come on, Buffalo. I haven't seen a Buffalo in a minute, not since the casino rolls, actually. I wish Bubs Delicious would come in and tell me that she got her casino roll today and tell me what she found in it. I'm curious. I found Buffaloes, V nickels, uncirculated war nickels in there. As I said before, I was obviously put together, but I'd love to know what she got in her put together roll, because it's the only one I didn't open of the lot. I felt like it was put together just enough to get the value back for what I spent on it, but nothing more. But one of the rolls might have been more loaded than the others. Who knows? I'm still at two war nickels, Gregory. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 rolls left after this one, so 9 rolls left. Maybe we can get a third war nickel. Not going to happen in this box unless it's a BU war nickel, which could happen. I found one before in a row. It wasn't BU, but it was pretty close. Pretty nice. Let's see. Got an ugly one here. I don't think that's going to be anything. And then there was one other one. This one's kind of tonished that I wanted to pull out. Nope, 2007. A few of them will stick out on the edge, but typically you just got to search them one by one. Come on, buffalo. You definitely won't see the buffaloes from the edge unless they're so old and worn that they just look thin. And those probably aren't the buffaloes you want to find anyway. So a little bit different than hunting for silver. But after you hunt enough of them, you kind of get the same idea of what they're going to be from the edge. I can pull a 50s nickel from the edge typically if I see it. Now you can't see all of them, but you can see some of them. But I've been able to pull 50s, 40s, 30s nickels from the edge. I've only pulled one buffalo from the edge, but it wasn't in nice enough shape to really say that that was a good thing that I pulled it from the edge because it was just so thin. That's a lawnmower coin. And that wasn't quite a lawnmower. That was a weed eater coin. That was an edge trimmer coin. Yeah, I'm hoping for a buffalo. I found 3 silver nickels in a box, but I have not found 2 and a buffalo. So I would have to say that's a better box than 3 silvers. Even though a war buffalo nickel isn't exactly worth $1. It could be worth a lot more if it's the right date, but I still feel like that would be a better box to get 2 silvers and a buffalo. So we're hoping, we're searching. But I was glad, certainly I've been glad to pull out 2 silvers, especially. I mean, that's nice. I don't typically, my average is one silver per box. So that probably means that my next box won't have any silver in it. But that's okay. I hunt enough nickel boxes to know that it comes and goes, but the average stays the same. I'm just glad they're on all 2019s and 20. That's a 64. See, I got an old one here. I can see it from the reverse. Y'all can see that too. That's going to be a 50s nickel. It might be a 40s nickel, but I'm pretty sure it's 50s nickel. This is 64. I don't think that's a 64. I'm going to call it a, take a look. I'm going to say that's an early 50s, late 40s. Oh, wow. That's way off. 1939. How about that? There was no mint mark. There's something on by where the mint mark would be. I knew it was an oldie. Do my eyes play tricks on me? I think they do. Yeah, it's a Philadelphia. Got to check it for doubling on the Moncello and 5 cents. Not seeing anything there. I do see a little bit of maybe a cut or something. There's a little bit of extra metal on the past the E and 5 cents extending into the C, but it could just be something stuck on the coin. So that's 2 39s and 2 silvers. We'll take that. That's a decent box any day. Be better if they're 39 Ds or S's, but can't complain. 1964, it's a D. All right. I know there's just 5 of you guys in here, but I gotta take a break. I gotta use the restroom. I'll be right back. If you guys want to hang out, I gotta wash my hands too. If not, I'm still gonna hunt the rest of this box. I'll be right back. All right, we're back. Last roll might be magical. Yeah, I hope so. I hope so. That's the beauty of coin roll hunting. You never know what you're going to find. You just never know. You can get an idea if you get enders, etc. But I'm not even going to say that. I found buffalo enders. That'd be the only buffalo in the box. I found silver nickel enders. Only silver nickel in the box. Enders don't mean nothing on nickels because there's 40 of them in each roll. So it certainly doesn't mean anything on quarters. Same deal there. Or dimes. Really only means anything on half dollars. And it doesn't always mean anything on half dollars either, because I've had ender rolls and that be the only ender. Of course, it's always a good sign if it's going to be a good box. You're typically going to find some on the end. I have not, however, found boxes that have... I had one box that had 12 silvers in it that had no enders, but that was only 12 silvers. That's not that many. Not had any more than that and not had an ender. Still got 6 rolls after this one. See what we can do. Tell y'all what, I did not set up this video for a giveaway, so I can't do a giveaway, but there's only 5 people watching, so if any of y'all 5 haven't got my sticker, Siren, you're getting my sticker. I have a package to send to you, and I'm going to hope that I can get that out tomorrow. But if any of you guys don't have my sticker, shoot me an email. It's in the About section of my channel, and I'll send you my sticker for hanging out with me so late. Not a giveaway, just me giving you a sticker for hanging out. Yeah, you're getting my stickers, Siren, and you're getting something else, Siren. I'm going to show you here in a little bit. But I picked up some stuff from Big T, and there's something on the item that always sticks out. It sticks out to me because you always used to do it in chat. So I'm gonna send you one. It's just a copper round, but I think you'll like it. I like to pick things that have something to do with the person or go along with their personality, etc. for prizes or gifts or whatever. I tend to do that for birthday cards, Christmas cards, etc., etc. So, for example, I got to send you a package anyways. And I picked up some silver and copper rounds. And I'm going to keep one of the silvers for myself. But I don't need the copper, but I always use to see the eyeballs from Siren. So there's a Norse dragon from the World of Dragons. Awesome dragon on the copper round. But the eyeball is why I'm saying to you. because you always used to do the eyeballs. So I'm going to stick that in your package. You're going to get stickers as well, Siren. Pretty cool. Really cool round. It's just copper, but it's really cool. So it has a little sentimental value as far as, you know, as a personalized gift from me. I'm known to do things like that. Siren's also one of my mods that are in here almost every time I start a stream right away. So never hurts to show appreciation for that. And before I even had live streams and had mods, Siren was always welcoming me to other channels when I would show up there. So it's a good community. The community aspect of this community is what kept me here, for sure. I could have just started doing this and just kept it and did it all, kept it to myself, and never talked about it, showed nobody, or made videos or anything like that. But I love the community feel. So I like to spread the love and keep it in the community. I don't hunt a lot of dimes. I'll tell you, I hunt customer wrap rolls. That's what I like to hunt on dimes. I've done some box hunts, but in my first full box hunt on dimes, I found a silver. But I find silver in almost every customer wrap pickup I get. But typically, I only get it when I pick it up when I see somebody drop it off. Anytime you're at the bank and you see somebody drop off a bunch of random wrapped rolls of coins, buy them. I'll tell you that right now. Buy them. Just buy them. Whatever they dropped off, $100, $150, $200, buy them. Especially if you see somebody over there rolling coins sitting at a table and they got a jar of coins and they're sitting there wrapping them in wrappers because the bank wouldn't take them loose. Buy them rolls of coins because that's where you're going to find some stuff. You got a better chance of finding stuff than you do in a box. I'm just going to tell you for sure. That's definitely the case. I found my first and only first year Roosevelt dime. Some lady was sitting there. She had just finished wrapping coins. She had brought in a jar, a plastic gallon bucket of coins, and they set her off with the coin tray that counts. You don't have to count them. You just stick them in the tray, and it shows you how many you got. And she had just brought them back, and she's with her, young child, and got her cash and left. And as soon as she left, I got in line behind her, and I was like, I'll take all those. And I found a silver quarter, a silver dime. I found a Buffalo nickel. I found two silver dimes, first year Roosevelt dime in that pickup as well. And I found a bunch of wheat cents. Yeah, I got my advice from YouTube, so I'm used to sharing any information that I find. No reason to keep it to yourself. Yeah, there could be other people hunting in your area, and yeah, they could use it and try to beat you to the punch. But the area I'm in, that's irrelevant because there's literally banks on every single corner here. Literally, there is banks on every corner. I live within the vicinity of walking 5 banks. 5 banks I could walk to. And 3 of those are major banks. The other two are small town banks. Actually, is it 5 or is it 6? There's 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 are in Walking. The other one's just a little bit outside of Walking. So there's 5 in Walking. The other one's about 2 more blocks down the road. It'd be 7 blocks within walking distance of my house. Within 20 minutes, we're talking about 50 banks, at least 50 banks within 20 minutes of my house driving. I do drive. I don't walk, but I'm just saying if I had to, I got plenty of options. Plenty of options. And I won't stick to the same old tired bank if I'm not finding nothing. I switch it up. I don't go after the same. I don't go to the same well every time. Got another 1955D, but it's not in very good shape. Don't know if I'll keep that one, but I'll stick it aside. Take a better look at it later. No shortage of banks in my area. Actually, I guess if I count the bank in Walmart, there is 6. If I count the bank inside of Walmart, there's 6 banks within walking distance. And within walking distance to me is 4 blocks. And 4 blocks of where I live, there's 6 banks I can walk into. Within a 30-minute drive, the number from the 20-minute banks to 30 minutes doubles. There's over 100 banks within 30 minutes of my house. Driving time. Over 100. It's probably more like 3, to be honest with you. So many banks. Nice, MTN. Sorry I haven't responded to your Facebook message. I've been logged into my personal Facebook account because of this cat. I've been posting pictures and keeping up with family on this surprise kitten that I found in my car, in my engine compartment of my car. I did some on my Coin Channel too, my Coin Channel Facebook too, but I've been logged into the other one. And I've been working a lot, so I haven't really been responding to. I'm not a big Facebook person either, to be honest with you. I use it, and it's a great way for my channel to be able to communicate with you guys. So I do want to get to that more. It just, I haven't been able to. Come here, Malibu. Come here. Come here, kitty. Here, kitty. Come here. Come here, kitty. Anyways, I got a happy, healthy kitten that's terrorizing my house right now while I hunt coins. But he seems to be a good kitten. He's sweet to my daughter, so that works. Malibu, come here. Kitty, 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 kitty. Typical toddler. He doesn't listen to nothing. He's kind of in his own world, which is what I like about cats. He's actually messing with coins right now. If that's not coincidental, I hear him chigging my coins that are on the floor right now. He's chasing my dropped coins. Maybe I could train him to collect them up for me off the floor, put them in a pile. Get something useful out of them. Here, kitty, kitty, kitty. play. Come here. There he is. Hi, Malibu. What are you doing? Meow. Yeah, this is a cat live stream. He's got the white patch on my head that I do. Look at this. Are you kidding me? And he's in the engine compartment of my car. Meow. Poor thing rode in my engine compartment down the interstate before I was able to get him out of there and rescue him. And of course, it already cost me money in vet bills, but you know, price you pay. Price you pay when you're a good guy, I guess. He's happy though. Happy to have a home. He's about tired of my daughter already though. She plays with him like he's a baby doll. You don't like that so much. All right, we got 2 rolls left. Let's find some silver. Enough Mickey Mousing around. We found 2 silvers. Hard to ask for more, but I'm asking. Let's go. Don't think it'll be in that roll. Yeah, it was kind of a thing. Like, I heard the cat meowing. He was under my car, or I heard it meowing near my car. I'm like, oh God, here we go. So when I was younger, like, I guess not necessarily stray, but just cats that would be outside would come up to me all the time. All the time. Never knew why. I never could put my finger on it, but they just trusted me automatically. Something about them, they could tell that I was a good person, and they would come up to me. So I was like, well, it's been a long time since I've seen a stray cat or a wild cat or a cat that's just outside like this. So, and this is a kitten. Let me see if I can get this kitten to come up to me. So I got down on the pavement, and I spent about an hour on the dirty pavement. I got oil all over my leg, my arm. It was horrible. I had to take a bath. Trying to get this cat to come to me, this kitten. 7-week-old kitten, according to the vet. Well, anytime I got close, it would jump up in my engine compartment. I'm like, oh God, don't go there. I got to deal with you in my engine compartment. Well, after an hour or so, I didn't have any more time. I had to go to bed. So I went to bed. I get up. There's a note on my door saying, there's a kitten in your engine compartment. Be careful. I'm like, great. So I get up, and I had to be at work, So I get up, and I set off my car alarm, trying to get the cat out. I opened up my hood. I looked. I didn't see it. Did not see it. And I couldn't have seen it where it was at. I mean, it was hidden in a spot where you couldn't see it. And I ended up driving to work, and I got to work, and I thought I heard meowing. I'm like, no, come on. Searched my car, searched my engine compartment again when I got there. Didn't see the cat. Drove around with him. I got off of work. I didn't think about it. I drove to pick up my daughter, and when I got to her mother's house, I heard it meowing again. I'm like, no, come on, you're hearing things now. I thought because I listened to it meowing so long the night before, that I'm just hearing things. Nope, that dang cat was in there. He was in there. I was able to snatch him out. And of course, my daughter's there at that point, and she's like, can we keep him? I'm like, yeah, we'll keep him. Might as well. Might as well keep him. So I named him Malibu after my car that I pulled him out of. Pulled him out of a Malibu. So his name's Malibu. Got 2009. Haven't found any of those in a while, which is strange to hear, but that just happened. Think we're going to finish this box with 2 silvers. Don't think there's any more in here. Don't think I'll see a surprise one. Can we find anything else we're talking about? Doesn't look like it. That's not a bad box. It's not a bad box at all, finding 2 silvers. I mean, that's a good box, period. We'll lay out the other finds here in a second. So we got 2 silvers. We got a foreign. Those are the highlights. And then we got 2 1939 Philadelphias. So that's not a bad box. We got a 2009. Not the greatest, but, you know, it's a 2009. Let's lay out the 50s and 40s, and let's see where we're at there. And quite a few finds for a box. If I'm doing a box battle, I'm doing pretty good, you know. Got the 4 and 2 silvers. Got 2009, 2 1939s. Those are good scores. You got a 59. So let me replace that. We got a 1940. 2 1940s. One 1940S, one 1940P. Well, Philadelphia, I should say, because there is no P on it. We've got a 1942 non-silver. So we got close to 3 silvers. Not quite. We got 1941. Pretty good box. Pretty good box. We'll take that. We got 2 55s, if I could find the other one. $57, $58, $54. There we go. But before that, we got the 47. I got 2 of those. D. Got the 47 P and D, Philadelphia and Denver. Even though the P doesn't have a P on it. Oh, 347. Sorry. This one is a Philadelphia also. As I bash up my other coins. 57, 57, 54, 52, 55, 59. Did I say 2 55s? I meant 3 55s. They're all Ds. 3 55 Ds. 52, 54, 3 55s, 56, 2 57s, a 58, and a 59. Not a bad box. I'll take that any day. That's not a bad nickel box. Again, I have to look back through the 50s, but we got the foreign, and then we got the 2 silver war nickels, 1943s. both San Franciscos. Again, not in high quality, but silver is silver. Can't get upset about that. I won't. I'll be happy about that. We got this 68 I still got to look at. It's a 68S. So I usually keep those anyways. Doesn't have steps, but it does have some pretty decent luster. So it's definitely worth a second look. So we'll do that a little bit later at another time. But anyways, those of y'all that were here earlier, if you sent me your email, we'll take care of you. And appreciate y'all hanging out. Weasel63, what's going on? And Free302, how are you? Right? Yeah, I mean, you know, I if you look at my Facebook, I always say we play a little bit of cat and mouse while I try to get him out of the car. And I say pun intended because I'm Mickey Ross Banks, so Mickey Mouse, you know, kind of goes hand in hand. So we play a little bit of cat and mouse. It was pretty fun. Hey, Kennedy, how's it going? I don't know, Kennedy. I mean, I usually go live on Thursday nights. I worked late tonight, so I wasn't able to go in my normal time slot. So I decided to go on a little bit later after I got home and got relaxed, finish up the nickel box. You can rewind it a little bit, but I got 2 war nickels, so can't complain about that. Got a pretty decent box, 2 39s, 2 war nickels, some early 40s nickels. Not a bad box, and a foreign. So pretty decent box. We'll take it for sure. Nice. I've been in the adult beverage department all night. In fact, I got to re-up on that. I'll be right back. Guess I'll hang on chat for a little bit longer. We'll just chat. The only thing else I got to hunt is pennies, and y'all don't want to watch me hunt pennies. Trust me, that's boring. Unless you find something really cool. And then it's not so boring, but I've got some older. I like hunting pennies, but I always feel like I'm leaving something on the table every time I do it. I end up holding half the box. I can't bear myself to turn them in because it's like I don't know what's going to be there. And 78, what's going on? As always, when it gets late, gets toward the end of the stream, everybody starts popping in. That's okay. Luckily, I don't have to be at work till noon tomorrow, but I do have some banking to do. I got to dump all my coins. I've got like $1,600 worth of coins to dump tomorrow. I'm going to have to load them up in bags. I'm going to have to bag up the boxes and buckets that I have so that they don't get wet because it's raining cats and dogs here. Literally raining cats in my engine compartment, by the way. But anyway. Anyways. Yeah, I had those 2 boxes of halves that I searched. All I found was one lowly proof Benji out of them 2 boxes, you know. Bad day there. Not really, but. And then I found a darn good nickel box. I wish I was able to take the time and do a video and edit it, but it was fun enough to hunt it live, let everybody see it. I gotta go get some more quarters tomorrow. I have a $50 box to pick up tomorrow. I've been ordering from the same banks, and I have been finding nothing. And I still have my orders in there, but I've switched a few of them to quarters for the new release for the River of No Return. So I decided to order a quarter box from a different bank that I don't normally order, or order a $half box from a different bank that I don't normally order from. They typically come in as the black rolls. So that's probably what they'll have when I pick it up tomorrow. So, but I'm going to pick that up as well as 2 quarter boxes. I don't think that I'll get any of the River of No Returns this early because we're still a little early, but I figured I'd better go ahead and get my orders in just in case. Just in case. And you guys will be the first to know if I do. Believe that, because I'll be going live with it this time. I won't do it. I won't do a video about it. I'll be going live with it if I get one. Don't think that'll happen, but again, y'all be the first to know if I do. So, but yeah, I had to work a double tonight, so I couldn't do my normal. I was gonna do I wanted to do a coin roll hunt because originally I was supposed to be off entirely tomorrow, but that didn't happen. My boss had other plans because we just moved into the restaurant. We're nowhere near opening the restaurant. That's not going to happen until after Thanksgiving, but we have a lot of work to do there. So I've got a whole new, basically, like I got a brand new Lego set there to build with, and I got to build a whole new business out of that. So my brain is kind of focused on that because, I'm fixing to go to salary there, and, my professional career is growing in that aspect. So got to keep my mind fresh for that so that I can continue to, capitalize on, opportunities in the restaurant. We're going to have all of our favorite items that take too much time to serve off of a food truck. I'm excited about that. That's going to be really cool. Really, really cool. And I'll post pictures of that stuff on my Facebook. If you guys haven't looked up my Facebook, I have a Facebook just for my coin roll channel. I'm not always on it because I have my personal Facebook as well, but it's Mickey Rouse Banks just like it is on YouTube. Nothing different. So yeah, I always have a lot on my plate. And I'm a single dad when I have my daughter. So I'm a part-time dad, but when I have her, I'm a fully single dad when I have her. So it's just me taking care of her. So yeah, I'm busy. And a new baby kitten that's needs a lot of attention that's climbing up my walls right now. Kitty, meow. What are you doing? Malibu, get down. Come here. Get down from there. Come on. Come on. Oh, you want to play? Come on. You want to play? Come on. Cat's so funny. That's all right, Siren. You don't have to have a Facebook, but it's a good way to keep up on my personal life stuff. I'll post some of that stuff there. Yeah, I wish I was still in Vegas. I'd lived in Vegas for 9 months. That'd been a real easy way to cash it in. They'll take anybody's money. Come on, no matter how you got it. Come on, kitty, kitty. Come on, come on, come on. He's stalking me. Come on, kitty. Come on. I have a coin machine in my banks. That's the easiest way I've found. There's a string of banks here in my area. They're all within 30 minutes of me. I have 4 different branches that have a coin machine inside that are free to members. And I spread out my coins amongst those 3. Now, I don't spread them out per dump, but I spread out the dump. So I'll dump it one on this week, and then I'll dump it a different one next week, dump it yet a different one the following week. So I only dump it one per month, but I dump a bunch every time I do. Yeah, I've been to plenty of Vegas casinos. I played poker while I was there. I prefer. There's Malibu. Hi, meow. The kitten that it was raining cats and dogs, and this guy ended up in my engine compartment, and he's got my white patch, just like I do on his head. Yeah, he doesn't even know he's live. Pretty crazy. My daughter loves him though. He's a cutie. I like his color. As soon as I saw him under my car, I was like, "Yeah, if I catch you, you're probably going to be my cat." I was able to catch him after he rode around in my car for about 8 miles. Oh no, I wouldn't give up Coinstar money for no reason to dump coins. I don't have Coinstars in my banks. I have they have their own machines that are similar, but just as good, if not better, than Coinstar. And they don't charge anything for members. I have one bank that I have that they charge you most of the time, not all the time. So if I have like $200 I need to run real quick, they usually won't charge me, and it's only 3% if they do. Which it's about 50-50. Half the time they charge me, half the time they don't charge me. So if I have some quick dump I need to do to get money for a bill or money for a box, I can get that pretty quick. Yeah, if you shop on Amazon, you can get all your money out of Coinstar, which I know a lot of people that do. And that's how they do it. Yeah, luckily here in Texas, we got a lot of old banks that are still rolling heavy because they're small town banks and people prefer that here. And then some of the newer banks are trying to keep up with them because they have so much business because they've been around so long. So even some of the newer branches here, the mainstream branches here will have free machines to keep up with the other branches so that they could offer the same things. So always kind of cool to see the reverse, psychology of these banks trying to keep up with each other. I was wearing this hat. That's one of the banks that I use here in Texas, and that's the one that has the coin counting machine that's 3%. I was with another bank. I bank with another bank, and it's the same bank that my boss, bought the restaurant and everything. Same bank that he's with, and they're the ones that handle. They're the ones that handle the account for the owner of the restaurant that we're leasing from. And she saw my hat, and she's like, "We'll have to get you a CBTX hat." And I'm like, "All right, that's cool." And then now when I go in there, I'll be like, "Order me some $50." Sure, I'll wear your hat, but you're gonna have to order me some $50 for it. I've never asked them to order $50 because I pretty much just get quarters from them, but I will because that's the bank I'm trying to get them to order me specific uncirculated quarters. They said they can, but they have to pay a fee for it. I told them to find out what the fee is, and I might be willing to pay the fee myself, but we'll see. Yeah, I'm a little tired. It's been a long day. We did 2 events today in the pouring rain on the food truck. So it's been a long one. It's only 12:30 though, so it's still kind of early. So I don't have to be at work till noon. So Oh, I hate when that happens, Kennedy. Yeah, I deleted a few nickel hunts and a hunt in my day. Right? That's good, MTN. That's how you do it. You gotta spread it out. It's always good to spread out your dumps. I've got, one of my banks actually has a coin roll hunter working at the bank that I dump at, and it's the same bank that I dump at. I dump at the same bank. I just dump at 4 different branches, and she's a coin roll hunter. So I give them all my stickers. They've all got my stickers. They know what I did. I show them my finds, and they get a kick out of it, and they like helping me out. And they're like, no problem, just bring in whatever you want. We'll run it for you through the machine. One of the branches, they have to actually take the coin behind the counter, and they have their machine in the office, and they got to run it. And that's the bank that has the coin roll hunter in it. But they're like, you can bring us whatever you want all the time. We're not worried about it. We're used to running coins, no problem. Of course, I still, switch it up. The other one is kind of a pain because every time I bring it there, every time I bring $half, I fill it because I have more than one box. So I always fill the $half, and they have to come out and they have to switch it. And sometimes when I go to do it, it's Friday afternoon at 5:35 p.m. and they're trying to close up shop for the weekend, or for the evening, and they have to stop what they're doing. I have to wait 20 minutes for them to come change the bag. They're never happy when they come do it. They don't ever say anything, but I can tell they're never happy when they do it. So it's cool to be able to switch it up and dump at different banks. That way nobody gets too tired of me. They only see me about once a month. They just know that when I come in, they better get some bags out because they're going to have to change them. Yeah, them $half bags are pretty heavy. But I filled at one bank. I filled a full nickel bag, a full quarter bag, and a full $half bag on one dump. And luckily, it didn't happen all at the same. They had to dump all three at the same time. So by the time I filled up I put the $half in last on purpose because I wanted to get most of my coin ran. And then when they had to come dump it, they had to pull all three bags, nickels, $half, and quarters. And I've jammed the machine before. And then she opens up the machine. She pulls out a magnet that has a steel scent stuck to it. I'm like, well, I didn't dump any pennies. I said, that ain't for me. So there were no pennies in this box. Nice chip. Yeah, I got an MTN. I got the magnet and the silver coin. I had them. I did a video. In fact, I showed them either a video or a live stream where I showed them. And that same bank, their machine was down. When I first started hunting, I would hunt on my bill money, so I would turn it in on Friday, pay my bills, and then hunt again on my next paycheck. Well, 2 weeks in a row, I went there late in the afternoon on Friday, and the coin machine was down. I was so mad. So I had to wait until Monday to dump my coins. Had to figure out how to get the money until then and pay my bills. And then when I went to Monday, I had to go to the other branch. That's how I found out the second branch, the one where the coin roll hunter is. That's how I found that branch. And that's how I ended up getting that accidental early release box of quarters, because I realized there was a Wells Fargo right next to that branch. So it worked out for the best. But anyways, when I went back, that machine started kicking all copper pennies. It would not take copper pennies because there was a setting and something got messed up in the machine where it would kick all the copper pennies. So I was getting pennies back in my change from when I would dump, and it would be like, you know, $453.94. So they would give me 4 pennies, and every time they give me the pennies, they were all copper, and some of them would be Wheaties, and I'm like, "Do you have more of these?" She's like, "Oh yeah, the machine's been kicking these out lately, so we had to wrap them up by hand." I'm like, "Can I buy them rolls?" And I did a video way back that I have on my channel where I was opening up hand wrapped rolls that were completely copper rolls. I mean, there was nothing but copper in the roll. It was all copper pennies, and there was at least 4 Wheaties in every roll, at least. And then after it went down the third time, they finally recalibrated it and it stopped kicking the coppers. I wish I had known it sooner that it was doing that, but you know, I didn't talk a whole lot about the coins because I could tell that the bank was not happy that they had to come out and empty it every time that I came in. So I didn't want to press my luck. But as I got to know them, I figured out exactly what was going on. It worked out pretty good. Anyways, guys, it's 12:38. It's getting late. I'm yawning. I need to get some sleep. I got some things to do before I got to be at work tomorrow. And the kitty's tired. So I got to get the kitty to bed, and I got to get myself to bed. So I appreciate you guys hanging out. I know it's late. Yeah, glad to see you, Kennedy. Thank you, everybody, to stop by. Appreciate it. Those of y'all that were here earlier, send me an email. I'll make sure I get you that out. Hopefully, I'll get the rest of all my loose packages out tomorrow. Hopefully, because I really want them off my mind. So hopefully that'll happen. We'll do an update tomorrow night. I might do a live stream tomorrow night, guys. I'm not sure. I'm probably going to. It depends on what this $50 box looks like, but I might do a $50 hunt. And if I don't, I will definitely do an auction because I have a bunch of new stuff to do for an auction. So I don't want to stream on Friday nights because there's a lot of people out there streaming, but I'm probably going to do it because I haven't had an opportunity to really do a coin roll hunter auction stream this week, and I have some stuff that I want to do. So I'm probably going to do it. Probably going to do it tomorrow night. It'll probably be 7:30, my usual Thursday time. Probably do 7:30 tomorrow night because I don't have to be at work until late on Saturday either. So keep an eye out. I will post on my community tab tomorrow afternoon as to whether or not I'm going to stream for sure. But as of right now, I'm pretty much going to say I'm going to stream tomorrow at 7:30. It'll be a coin roll hunt or an auction. If that $50 box doesn't have any enders or anything, I'll probably do an auction. If it does, then we'll do the $50 box. I want to find some silver live in the $50 box for a change. So hopefully I'll get a good box and we'll go from there. So until then, guys, have a good night. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see y'all on the flip side. We'll see y'all tomorrow. We'll see y'all in the next stream. Mickey Rouse Banks signing off. Happy hunting, guys.